Here we are, Trinnov, Altitude CI, Amplitude 16, Techthusiasm home theater install and setup day. We've actually already gotten started, and in fact, we just actually filmed the unboxing walk around first look at the awesome Altitude CI model there, 16 channels. Be rocking in the theater in just a minute, and in just a few minutes actually we'll be recording the Amplitude 16 video. But we've already gotten some things started. We did pull out the second of the M28s from the rack. It is all boxed up, clean, ready to go, really just like brand new. That is available for sale. If anybody is interested in that, reach out to me, Jeremy at Techthusiasm.net, and I will be happy to make a deal. So we pulled some things out here. We have cables disconnected, a little bit disarray, and we'll be figuring all of that out here momentarily once we get the Trinnov equipment ready to go. Now, one of the big challenges here, of course, is we had a lot of rack space allocated to audio equipment, preamplifiers, amplifiers, and the Trinnov stuff only occupies 4 units of rack space. So with the removal of the NAD M28 and the introduction of the Trinnov stuff, we actually have a little bit of rack work to do here. We had multiple units of space being allocated to the AVM90 and dual M28s, but the Trinnov stuff is only occupying 4 units, 4 rack units of space. So I think we're going to end up putting some bigger blanks here above the drawer, and then amplifier. We'll probably move the MadVR down. Hey, it'll give us room for more Ubiquity network equipment if we want to introduce any more of that stuff. But eventually, we'll get all of this kind of installed, racked up and packaged up. We'll be able to remove a lot of cabling because we don't need the XLR cables going between the preamp and the amplifier by taking advantage of the audio over IP and the Dante board. We've also already started getting some of the other pieces ready. Of course, we have the 5th of the SVS SB17s here that we're adding to the room. We would have only been using 15 of the 16 preamplifier channels of the Altitude 16, the Altitude CI 16. And so, hey, why not put another subwoofer in? We're going to be doing waveform and we're going to be doing all that stuff. So we've already got this beast unboxed and ready to go. If you've been watching my live streams, you might have seen several weeks ago, I thought I pulled my groin. Well, it turns out I actually have a full-blown hernia. So this is actually a very uncomfortable day to be doing this. And I have to be very careful how I'm moving and what I'm lifting and pushing. So thankfully I have some help in all here. But in any case, we are going to put the isolation feet on the sub. This one will be going into the front center of the room, and then we may be rejiggering or shifting in, equalizing some distance and whatnot on the other subwoofer. We also have to make the decision, which I think we're going to do here as well. We're going to take the screen down, pull the Utopias out, and remove the bi-amp setup to go to a single amp setup. And if we want to apply multiple amplifiers to these channels behind the screen of the Amplitude 16, we will be able to do the bridging instead. So that'll give us some more flexibility. In fact, we'll probably end up bridging even 5 of the bed layer speakers just because we can. And then we'll be occupying and using all of the amplifier channels of the Amplitude. So I'm going to continue some work here. My son is going to get these feet on. We're going to make sure that we get all of the cabling connections and stuff for the subwoofers, and we will continue here on this Saturday hernia-filled morning and afternoon. But hopefully, maybe by Sunday night, we'll be watching our first movie on the Trinnov setup. All right, making some progress now. Did decide to go ahead and take the screen down, so we have it here just kind of resting gently on a couple of chairs, bracing it up. Thankfully, these fixed frame screens are relatively light. They're just big, you need multiple people, but they're relatively easy to move around and whatnot. So unfortunately, here's our jumper cables. Each Utopia speaker has 2 of these jumper cables, which you pull out when you're bi-amping and we will put back in, or they're in by default when you're single amping. While they have some awesome configurability of these speakers in terms of tone adjusting or like dB volume adjusting certain sections of the speaker with jumpers on the front, the bi-amp jumpers are actually underneath. So that means all 3 of these have to come onto the wall. And we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 of the latches that have to be unscrewed to get them out, just to put these back in and disconnect the extra set of speaker wire. We don't need 2 sets of speaker wire connecting everything. And then we'll put them back in, torque them back down, rehang the screen, and finish our connections. And then we'll finally be at a point where we can start putting the Trinnov equipment in the rack. All right, so we're making progress. Man, this is a really, really difficult day. don't install heavy home theater equipment with a hernia. But in any case, we're proceeding. So it's kind of empty. I'm actually I think I almost need to buy some more equipment. But we decided to blank up the bottom above the drawer there. We got the Amplitude in, stick into the double vents around the equipment, let some airflow get kind of through the rack, keep these things nicer and closer together. So Amplitude, double vent, Altitude, double vent. We put a triple in here just again because we're kind of making some space. We're trying to spread the space out a little bit as well because just having too many blanks all together looks a little goofy. So we decided since we're killing more space, we'll just put a vent above and below the MadVR, give that some kind of maximum airflow since it's basically a PC, right? A hot graphics card and all that. So we're going to shift this down and then we'll put a vent above it and then finally a 2U. So we also have some extra space for more networking equipment. I don't know what we actually, I don't think there's anything else I actually need from the Ubiquiti line, but you never know what might come along and be a cool addition to put in there. So we'll have a little more room to do it. Then we'll get back to getting the subwoofer set up and start working on interconnects and all of that. So making progress. Okay, we jumped over a lot, but it's getting late in the afternoon and it's a challenging day to be working on this project, I'm just going to say. All right, but we're wired, and we're about ready to turn everything on. So I want to go over this a little bit, kind of from the back side, from the inside. Again, we've got 2 HDMI cables going in there, Apple TV and Kaleidoscape. We've got 1 HDMI cable coming out, the main one. That's going to the MadVR. The other one is going to the projector. I like to have 2 HDMI runs to my projector, one through the video processor, one not. I do have a trigger cable connected in case we need it. We'll find out if Wake on LAN and whatnot works, but if not, we'll have the trigger cable, and we do have that SFP transceiver in that kind of more braided cable going into the primary Ethernet connection of the Amplitude. Here is our DB25 connector that snakes down here. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. And that's the connections for our 5 subwoofers, just kind of sitting there, ready to go. Again, 3 up front, 2 in the back, all SVS SB17s. And we're left with 3 additional channel connections, basically unused. And if we look at the Amplitude, then we have our speaker wires all connected in there. I did actually, according to the instructions, again, you got to be careful when you bridge. You got to use the right positive and negative connectors on the right amplifiers. It mentioned to make sure not to bridge consecutive amplifiers. And actually, if I want to bridge 5 speakers, I have to bridge at least 2 consecutive amplifiers. So I'm going to double check with Trinnov about that. I did decide just to bridge the front LCRs for now then, which is leaving basically 2 amplifier channels unused. If it does make sense to bridge consecutive amplifiers, then I will go back to bridging for the surround left and the surround right. But I banana plugged everything. I was doing bare wire for the LCRs with the NEDs, but I decided to go ahead and do banana plugs. That'll make it easy to kind of switch everything around as I need to. Without those XLR cables, there's so much less wiring, and having everything connected on one amplifier as well is just making everything so nice and clean. But this is it. We are fully online. We're fully connected. And we're ready to put these things, turn them on, set them up, initialize, and start working with the interfaces and all that. Pretty exciting. All right, and just the last kind of look from the front, we can go ahead and do some film peeling here. Time to take these off. The Altitude CI's touchscreen. And then I think we have, I'll have to look a little closer and see. It feels like there is plastic on there, but I'm not entirely sure. But in any case, we have our stack now, looking awesome. A little bit of ventilation. We got the MadVR connected in. A lot of space in case we ever need to add something else along the way. But we'll be firing on pretty soon. We are powered, but we haven't turned anything on yet. There's probably going to be some updating to do, and certainly a lot of configuration. So let's take our final walk into the theater. So we can see how things ended up in here. Now again, 3 of these SVS SB17s across the front of the room. I do have to admit, I kind of like the aesthetics a little bit better without a subwoofer in the middle front. But from a performance perspective, yeah, it's going to be all right. It'll blend away. We'll be looking at the screen in the dark and so on. I may still need to do a little shifting of the other subs a little bit in, creating some distance and doing that in the back. But just that's not really so much for today. I'm going to just get started with the way things are. And from here, now start playing around, actually learning the equipment, learning the UI, getting set for a first run calibration and all of that. We didn't film it, but I do want to point out getting the stuff in the rack, of course, was pretty easy. One thing to note, for whatever reason, the rack ear screws on the Amplitude CI actually needed an Allen wrench, whereas everything else was a Phillips screwdriver. So for the Amplitude, 3 screws on the side of the rack ears. Those screws are in the box. They're not already pre-installed in the sides of the Amplitude. For the Altitude CI, the screws were already in the side. You take them out, put the ears on, but that was an Allen wrench. So we did have to find another tool and get that part done. Otherwise, everything else went together very, very simply and straightforward, and we didn't have any other kind of hardware or installation hiccups. So with that, I think we're going to end this installation vlog here, and again, move forward into deeper content. Stay tuned to the live streams. I'll definitely be talking about this in some of the upcoming live streams as well. So I will end with the usual. If I can help you with any of your home theater journey, your next upgrades, picking your next audio video gear, please reach out to me, Jeremy at techthusiasm.net or www.techthusiasm.com. I can access all kinds of stuff, including all my favorites that you see here in my videos: Kaleidoscape, Focal, Trinnov, yes, MadVR, a whole bunch of equipment: per listen, speakers, subwoofers, preamps, processors, video players, screens, projectors, displays, etc. If you're looking for it, you're building a system, you want some advice, and you like the content, you enjoy the content, you find it valuable, I'd love the opportunity to win your business. Please reach out, get in touch. I would love to be the one to help you out. If you'd like to help me more directly, hey, there's affiliate links in the description of every video, as well as on the webpage, Amazon, Target, Walmart, buying a tonal, buying a Tesla, etc., etc. Please use those links in your regular everyday shopping. Thank you to the channel members. I welcome others to become channel members as well. Please do that regular YouTube stuff. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, hit the YouTube hype, and please leave a comment. What do you think about the project? Do you have Trinnov equipment? How do you like it? Let's have a discussion. Thanks so much for watching. Come on back for more home theater discussion and fun.